the pugilist place. We're here with Jacob Macalolooy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, can you give me the actual correct pronunciation?
Macalolooy.
Okay, I got to work on that. I apologize.
It's all good.
Thank you so much for doing this with us. We're here after your weigh-in for your fight tomorrow at the Derby Room in Pomona, California on this MarvNation card. Jacob, tell me, how excited are you to perform on this card?
I'm real excited. It's been, almost like 10 months since my pro debut. So sort of long awaited, kind of a long time in between fights for up-and-comer. So I'm excited to put on a show for everybody.
So you mentioned this is going to be your second fight. How do you feel different going into it? Obviously, there's a lot of butterflies for your pro debut. How do you feel different heading into the second fight?
It feels good to just have gotten that first one out the way. I've pretty much been fighting my whole life, so I don't feel too different from the last one to this one, but just the fact that I've gone out there and done it, and I learned a lot from the first one, and so I just feel like I got that experience under my belt now, and I'm that much better now since August.
So you said you've been fighting your whole life. How long have you been fighting for?
I grew up in traditional martial arts and wrestling, so ever since I was 5, I've been training. So I've been in combat sports my whole life.
And how old are you now?
26.
Wow, okay, yeah. So you have a lot of experience under your belt. What weight division do you fight out of?
Welterweight, 147.
147, the boxing's glamour division.
Yes, sir.
And what city are you from?
Union City, California.
And let us know where that is.
It's in the Bay Area between like Oakland and San Jose. It's in the East Bay.
And what gym do you?
I train out of the arena. That's in San Diego. And then my gym up in the Bay is Dragon's Den.
Jacob, do you have a nickname?
One of my nicknames that my coach calls me is the West Side Dragon. But I already kind of got a long name. So the easier one is just to call me J-Mac.
J-Mac? I don't know. I kind of like the West Side Dragon.
I mean, West Side Dragon is a cool little stage name, but like, just, a couple syllables if you refer to me as J-Mac is pretty quick.
All right. Well, we'll see how those names, which one wins in the long run.
We'll see, yeah. It's just Jacob, West Side Dragon, Macalolooy. That's a lot of syllables.
It is. But it's so cool. What took you into a gym for the first time?
Into a boxing gym?
Yeah, into a boxing gym.
I mean, because I pretty much grew up in the dojo, and so it was just automatic. All my family is martial artists and wrestlers. But after I wrestled in college. I wrestled D1, and I had originally planned on fighting pro MMA straight out of college. But I decided that I was going to make a run at the Olympics for boxing. And so I started training at my boxing gym at the arena in San Diego in 2018. And there we have Coach Bashir Abdullah. He was the Team USA Olympic coach, head coach of boxing for Team US from 2004 to 2012, something like that. And, I just tried to get on his team. He was like, at first he was like, nah, because I didn't really have any boxing experience. I was just like an MMA fighter. And but once he saw me spar a few times, I pretty much got added to his roster. And since then, I've been having some really elite training with my coach and elite sparring. I've sparred with the best welterweights in the world.
You want to name some of them?
Yeah, I've sparred with Bud Crawford and Errol Spence.
Wow.
Yeah, I got Errol Spence ready to fight Pacquiao back in last summer. I was out there in Texas for 7 weeks, and everything was all good. And then we found out that Errol had to pull out.
What were some of the takeaways with fighting sparring those world-class fighters?
Oh man, a lot of takeaways. I won't really get into the details,
right.
But I was only in Bud's camp for like a week and a half before he found out that he wasn't gonna fight Pacquiao, but I was out in Texas with Spence for 7 weeks. So all I know is that I did both of those camps as an amateur before I even had my pro debut, and I already felt like I belonged.
Wow, I mean, it just has to be invaluable to see a pro and an elite pro how they do their craft. It just has to be super valuable too.
It was great. It was insane. It was insane that I was able to get that opportunity, especially with my experience level. So once I got there, it was like, man, I could really take this all the way.
So you're a college graduate. Where'd you go to school?
Columbia University.
Whoa, you went to Columbia?
Yeah.
And you're fighting? What is going on here?
Yep.
This, like boxing is known as like a hard scrabble sport for, people who maybe don't have a lot at their disposal. You graduated from Columbia. That is an Ivy League school. That's crazy. What
Yeah, it's
did you
crazy.
major in?
Psychology.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What do you want to do after boxing?
Shit, nothing.
Nothing?
I'm gonna make it to the top and
Just-
retire
Just all in
early.
on boxing right now.
Yeah, nah, I'll do a lot. I'm never gonna stop working. I got a lot to give back to my community. Once it's all said and done, I'm gonna still be coaching. I'll be coaching a bunch. I already coach at my gym at my father's school up in the Bay at the Den, and I coach my high school wrestling team. I'm always trying to give back because ever since I was a little kid, my community has raised me up, and I'll continue to give back to my community till I die.
People have to be blown away by the fact that you're a Columbia grad fighting.
Yeah, I got to be the only one doing it.
There's such different worlds.
Yeah.
But wow, that's an amazing story. So your training camp. Talk to us about your training camp for this fight. There obviously were things that you gleaned from your pro debut. How did this training camp go?
So I kind of took this layoff from my pro debut because I just had a baby in September.
Congratulations.
So I moved back up to my hometown and, kind of got settled, and I ended up taking a teaching job at my older son's school. So it was just like a sacrifice that needed to be made with all the changes going on, and, with all whatever my expenses were. I was like, all right, I'll take this teaching salary real quick and, just ride it out until the summer, and then I won't take a job again next year, and, focus on fights for the rest of the year. So I actually started my fight camp while teaching in the classroom. So I would get up at 5:30, get to the gym at 6, hit a quick workout with my pops and my team, and then head to school to teach.
Get all buttoned up and then do the teaching thing.
Then I teach my kids from 8 to 2, and then go back home, hang out with the fam for a bit, and then I got the rest of the day for my afternoon workout. So I was still able to get doubles in while working a full-time job. And then our school district got out pretty early. Memorial Day weekend, I was back in San Diego for 4 more weeks training with Coach Bashir.
A lot on your plate, no doubt. You have a prediction for tomorrow night?
Shoot, I'll probably say either a 3rd or 4th round TKO or knockout. I'll try and, I'll feel it out the first round, and, I'll try to put some highlights together, and then I'll probably finish it at the end.
Not leaving it in the hands of the judges. Jacob, thank you so much for the time. Where can fight fans follow you on social media?
You can find me at jnm.fights on Instagram.
Jacob, once again, thank you for doing this. Best of luck for you tomorrow in the ring. We look forward to seeing you do your thing.
Right on, thank you.